woke up from surgery. First she said, I'm going to give you this stuff. You're not going to remember a whole lot. And that was the last thing I remember. And I woke up and I said, how long till I have to go into surgery? And she said, well, actually you're already done. So I'm feeling a little woozy right now. They gave me some morphine in my IV. Remember last time that thing was almost full? I've drank that whole bottle, that whole bag of water and electrolytes nearly. But as you can see, it's really hard to see exactly what went down, but maybe Tandy can explain it to you when he gets in here. And I never really did mention it earlier, but this is a program that the Justin Sports Medicine team is involved in, and Justin Boots supports, which is one of my sponsors, supports that program and allows us to have the access to the right doctors and the right treatment, not only for individual rodeos but for surgery as well. So this is part of that. We're back with Bobby Moat post-op. He's in recovery right now. He'll be here all night long. But Bob, tell us about your surgery. It went well?
As far as I know, I was asleep during the whole thing. The entire surgery I was out. But the reason I came to Dallas instead of choosing to do it somewhere else was because Candy Freeman recommended it. Dr. Dossett was the best spinal surgeon that I could go to, so I had all the confidence in the world in him, so I knew I could just literally sleep through the whole procedure.
Right.
Fine.
You could just rest while he did the work.
I just rested, and I woke up with this thing around my neck, a little sore, but all in all, pretty good.
Yeah. So explain what they did. They just cut a big incision in the back of your neck and just chip the bone away.
I can think of the name. The framing is the hole, or is the hole where the nerve comes out, and they had to take and they had to remove some bone from that hole because the hole had been closed down from my head whipping back.
Narrow opening.
Narrow opening, yeah. So it had bone spurs that have grown in there, so they took those bone spurs and they chiseled them out or whatever they do with them. And
did they put them in formaldehyde in a jar for you to save?
You know, I should have asked if they'd save them, but I think it's probably too late. They're probably already down the drain.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing was before I went in. I haven't told you this yet.
Oh yeah, this is a story I wanted to hear.
So I imagine, being you just had surgery, you know, in pre-op, so they did an EKG on me before they did the anesthesia, just make sure your heart was healthy. So the lady comes in, she puts like 12 electrodes probably all around your heart, across your chest, and on your shins. She does this first EKG and she looks at it and she goes, shakes her head, hands it to the nurse. She shakes her head, she says, do it again. So she does it again. She looks at it, she says, we need to shave his chest. So they didn't shave my whole chest. They didn't have enough clippers. But they did shave a couple little spots, so they do another one. Well, then they take it, and they both shake their head, and they walk out behind the curtain. So I'm sitting here for like 45 minutes, it seems like. And I can hear him, yeah, that's not right. The ZKG's no good. That's very abnormal. Surgeon comes in, he says, hey, we got a problem. He says, your EKG is abnormal. I says, like abnormal is in what? He says, well, it's like abnormal rhythm and energies or something. So they have a couple other people look at it. The anesthesiologist looks at it, and they all ask me if I've had a heart attack and if I've had heart trouble. And I was, no, I've not ever had any of those things. So they figured because as healthy as I was that it was okay to go ahead and do the surgery anyways. But for a while it would sound like, I mean, one nurse is like, well, if we do the surgery today, we need to do this and that. Yeah, if I'm here, I'm ready. Let's do it, you know. So
did they determine what was wrong with the EKG?
They don't really know. They said it. They said it could be what's called an athlete's heart, where the heart gets, parts of the heart get stronger and it can actually move a little bit.
Yeah. From
pumping blood. They said it's not uncommon in athletes.
Yeah.
So I'm just glad I finally got the recognition I deserve. I'm an athlete. I got the heart to prove it.
Yeah. So there you have it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I did have one interesting post-op story. When I already told you this, but when the guy that was taking care of the paperwork when we were leaving, he said that I couldn't handle large sums of money. I can't do any legal transactions or play with large farm animals for the rest of the day.
Did you tell him you just made some, you just got done making some big decisions, playing with large farm animals and handling large amounts of money just recently?
Yeah, I did all those things.
All those things.
So I think it was maybe the morphine that they had given me previously that he was worried about handling large sums of money.
Were you on morphine when you won Houston?
No, see, that's the thing.
That's probably why you did so well.
Yeah, that's probably why, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and not play with any large farm animals today. I'm just going to hang out with Bobby.
Just hanging out with one.
Yeah.
So anyways, I get out of here in the morning. Checkout time, it says on the door, is 11. So they want to get you out of here so they can get new bodies in. For the record, if you have to have surgery, come down here where Tandy and Dr. Dawson and all of them work. This North Central Medical or Surgical Center that I am at, everyone I've run into is super, super nice, helpful. The food's awesome. The food's almost worth getting surgery for. And also, for the record, Jason was supposed to come down and have a procedure.
Yes, we lined up some wrist surgery for him because his wrist is sore every once in a while. So Bobby and I thought we would, if we were having surgery, he was having surgery because we didn't want to leave him out of feeling like he was the only one that wasn't getting an operation done. So we went ahead and made an appointment for him, but I think he backed out.
So Tandy videoed some of your surgery, I see.
I think so, yeah. So don't be surprised if you see some of that floating around on the web.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what he got. I think maybe he was wanting to get me back for doing the video blog. I don't know. But I vaguely remember when I was in recovery, he came in and asked me what was the last thing I remembered. And I said, well, I kind of remember switching from one bed to the other, and it got a little foggy from there. He's like, oh, good, because I'll have some good video then. I was like, oh yeah, you did have a video camera. I remember you videoing me. So he had a video in my face, a flip camera, and I don't know what I said. I'm not sure how long he videoed me for, but I do remember that. So like I said, don't be surprised if you see something out there.